Hi, I'm Juanita. Welcome back to the Knit Guru. This is my potato patch. I'm sitting in front of it because it looks absolutely dreadful this time of year, to be honest, but it's filled to the brim with potatoes, and at some point I need to dig them all out. These are all dock plants that are going to seed. That will make my life a misery. I did, however, stab my hand just about a week ago, so I'm definitely not pulling them out anytime soon. But I just felt like sitting out here because it's been a nice day. My apologies for the wind. This is my everything I knit and crochet in the month of March. A, can't believe that we've got to March already. B, I'm not sure how many of these things were on the list that I was going to be working on, but here we go. First thing finished, but let's try and go in order. First thing finished with my summer socks, just in time to go into autumn and spring. So this is with the Hobie summer sock yarn. This pattern will come out in September, maybe. No, maybe I'll get it out before then. I'll try and work out when to bring it out, because it will work in a pattern that's not a summer sock, if that makes sense. It'll work in a yarn that's not a summer sock yarn, but I'll bring out the pattern then anyway. I did a rolled picot edge hem, and it's very cute. Much cute. These are the cotton summer sock cotton from Hobie. So I finished those. Now the reason I had to finish those and finish them quite quickly was that I needed to get my 2.5 needles, I think they were 2.5s, empty so that I could do this test knit. I threw in an application to do the test knit for the Pacific Knit Co. for the tropical doodles, and when I threw in my application to do that, I hadn't stopped to think about the fact that I had a pair of socks on the needles and a tight time frame to get these done in, but it worked out in the end. We've got a sunrise that happens around my sock. Maybe I should adjust it a little. The sunrise is on the very front and the very back of the ankle. Then there's some flamingos, but the bits that I really like about the pattern. Here we've got the manatees and the dolphins on the foot. These other little patterns also were in the doodle charts. What I like about Jamie's patterns there is that you buy the doodles and you get to choose which ones you want and where you want to put them, and it's really easy. It's kind of a nice mix between making your own design that's unique and different and doing and following a pattern. So that's the summer sock. I do need to make another one of these. Oh, summer sock, the tropical doodle. I assume that the next one won't be taking me too long because all I have to do is replicate everything I've just done, which would be more sensible if I'd written it down, but I didn't. So I've got one done. I haven't got the second one done, but my plan is this is the sock that I'll enter in the AMP show this year. So I've got a few more months to get that done, but I've put the yarn down somewhere. So I need to find that and get started on the second one before I put anything else on those needles, to be honest, because we know that I always have socks on the go, and currently I don't have any socks on the go, so I do need to get this one cast on really quickly. What else did I do? Then we've got the Te Hupanui beanie. This is Wairarapa Wool Weekend, which was now a week and a bit ago, I think. Yeah, it was in the 20th to 22nd, 23rd of March, one of those. So the Te Hupanui beanie, I bought the kit on release right before Christmas. So James released it in his shop, Joy of Yarn. Back then, if you were watching my Vlogmas, you would have seen me pick up the kit because I ordered it online, then went down and picked it up like next day. Knowing that because I had the tendon injury in my thumb, it was going to take me a long time to knit it. That, and it's on 3mm needles with 4 colours in colourwork in Shetland Fair Isle style, kind of, yeah. It was a lot of effort. I kept putting it down and then picking it back up again and then putting it down and picking it back up again. The hardest part was the rib, to be honest. The bits I enjoyed the most were doing the flower motif. I'm surprised as to how nicely the top came out. I think that's very cool. Very, very cool. It does make me want to make a beret because Retro Claude did one maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, and it had a very similar kind of shape to the top of it, and she was blocking it over a plate, I think, and that was very cool. So it does make me want to knit a beret in a similar sort of yarn and style, and at least I can get this yarn. This is the Jamison's Shetland yarn. It's stocked at Joy of Yarn just down the road with my cousin James. So what else did I finish this month? Then, it's been a very strange month, and none of these things were on the agenda. I got contacted by Hooks and Needles of did I want to review one of their boxes. And I said, well, yes, I would like to review one of your boxes. And they sent me the knitting box. And this was the advanced pattern in their knitting box. It's the, I don't even know, I'm just going to call it a scarf. But it's very cool. It just does this. I like it because it can't blow away. And it will just sit under my jacket. So the colours came in the box and I just followed the instructions. It's very beautiful. Again, very proud of my floats. It's been a month of a lot of floats. This is an Italian merino and it's very, very soft. Everything about this box was fantastic. So I'll link my review to the box in this video as well, because I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, because I've done a lot of kits and things. But it was really good. Right, and then what was next? I don't even know. So for St. Patrick's Day, I released the luck turtle. Basically, it's just a green turtle with a 4-leaf clover, and it's all stitched in there. It's one piece, so it's no-sew, I think the correct term is. What I like about it is that there's a lot of turtles where the shell and the head just join, and I don't like it. I like a little frill, so I put a frill on there. It's a very quick crochet project. This one here is it Honey Bunny or is it Toucan? I can't remember, but it's Hobie. And I've made a couple in some smaller yarns and given them away too. My Uncle Paul's going through some chemotherapy at the moment, and I sent one up with him. And I've got a very small one sitting somewhere else as well, but can't find it today. So that's how small it is. So there'll be like a little army of turtles sitting in my yarn room at some point. What else got finished? Oh yeah, that's right. Then last week, I got to do a test knit for the Joy Make Club. Now, I'll try and remember to link the kit that I made from the Joy Make Club last year. So I got sent this kit to put together, and this is massive. This is the Kate Moss cardi vest, I think. This comes down to my mid-thigh. Like, it is fantastically long. It took me just under a week to knit. It's on 15mm needles, and this here is a really, really luxury, super chunky merino. This colour's called Flame Tree Orange, I think. It's quite on the red spectrum, according to me, but it's orange compared to an actual red or a scarlet. Like, it's still in the orange family, so it's very, very cool and very, very bright. I'll try and put in some footage of me wearing it. This pattern's getting released shortly, and it's very cool. It's a nice, what do you call it, mindful project, rather than mindless. It's one where you can stop and you can think and you can feel the progress happening. It doesn't take too long at all, and what you get at the end of it is absolutely stunning. It's lovely and warm. Now, she also made one that's almost ankle length, which looks so cool and so impressive. And I also think it would look really cool as like a cropped cardi vest that just sits right on your natural waist. But that's the Kate Moss cardi vest. I'll try and link that one too, if it's been released by the time that this video comes out. But honestly, it's fantastic. It's just lovely. It's such a nice yarn. So I now have two things made out of that yarn. Then I've got my projects that I haven't finished. So there's this yarn that came from the Woven. Michelle sent this up, and it's gorgeous. Like, it's a lime green. This is lush. It's alpaca alpaca silk. Alpaca silk? I don't know. Either way, it's in a neon green colour and it's stunning. Oh, I've been so sick. Honestly, I've been so sick this month. And yeah. And then I stabbed myself in the hand and then Dad got mauled by a dog. So it's been one of those kind of times. This is going to be a Sophie hood. At the moment, it looks more like a Sophie scarf. But instead of doing the garter stitch in between, because I don't like garter stitch, because I'm a princess, all right? This is just a hurdle stitch in the middle. So if you are wanting to do the Sophie hood with a hurdle stitch without giving away anything about her pattern, all I've done is where there's an increase in the pattern, I've just done that on the second row of the knit. So you know how the hurdle stitch goes knit, knit, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, and those 4 rows repeats. And so in an 8-row repeat, on the second row of that 8-row repeat, I do the increase. So I think that says everything without saying anything. If you've got the pattern, you should be able to do that. If you don't have the pattern, it shouldn't help you make the hood. Anyway, I'm that far through it. That one I'm just enjoying knitting. I'm not taking it fast or anything because I'm busy. It's a busy month. We are not up to date on this project, but I'm going to show you where it's up to. This is the Crochet Me Zaddy temperature snake. So the thing is that you get his snake pattern, and then each day you take the highs or the lows of the temperature and you crochet 2 rows. I started off by stuffing it, and then I wasn't stuffing it very well, and then I stopped stuffing it because it's way harder to crochet when it's stuffed. It's so much in there. So I need to work out now how to stuff it. I'm quite happy with this bit stuffed, but everything else, yeah, no. It needs reworking, and it needs stuffing along the way. So I'm currently up to about mid-March with my colour changes. These are my 30 plus days in this colour. I swear it's been hotter than 30 several times, but not according to the Met Service and wherever the Met Service has their temperature gauge around here. So I think the next few colours are orange and yellows, and then it's going to drop to some greens. And then I'm certain that it's going to go to blues shortly, because what I'm going to do is for autumn and December, or at least the last couple of months of autumn, I'm going to record the low of the day, not the high of the day, because the highs are just basically coming in with a lot of oranges. So, yeah. I think what I would do, if I do this again, I would have the temperature increments not every 5 degrees, but maybe every 3 degrees. But we'll see how we go by the end of the year and how it pans out. But either way, it's kind of cool. It's going to sit on my shelf in my yarn room of my Year of the Snake, but we'll see how that goes. So I will put him back in here. What I'm more concerned about is if I run out of the yarn, do I stop the snake? This was, of course, helped by the fact that I had my dad laser cut me these. I designed them up on the computer, and then Dad did the laser cutting for me. So that's my temperature scale on the side there to remember. So that's kind of cute. Right. Put that back in its little baggie, because that sits beside my bed. The theory is that I could just do like 2 rows before going to bed, but I'm so far behind that I have to pull out my laptop and then check the colour sheet on the spreadsheet. Yeah, all of that kind of stuff. And then this here, she's just checking that she's not going to drop the crochet hook somewhere. Yeah, it's somewhere. Is another, whatchamacallit. See, this is a weird colour blip in there. There's just a grey piece in the middle of this colour changing yarn. This is another granny hexagon cardigan. This is for my nephew, and I'm just trying to work out exactly how big to make the sleeves. He's 20 in July. So yeah, I think it's going to need probably a few more rounds to get the sleeves wide enough to how I want them, and then just extend them. I've got 4 balls of this yarn, and this is a jumbo muffin. It's the same as what I made my one in, same as what I made Rocky's one in, same as what I made his sister's in. Because it was him at Christmas that I gave his sister the one that was in like rainbow unicorn colours. She's 6, so that's the perspective for you. And he was like, I'd like one of those. And I was like, cool, I will crochet you a cardigan. And now I've finally gotten started on that, because July will be looming. July will happen faster than I can shake a stick. So, what are my knitting and crochet plans for April? Yeah, oh no, but it's not everything. It's not everything. I forgot the other one that got released. This is my cream egg chick. I've given a lot of these away already. So you take your little Easter egg, it sits on top of the Easter egg as a little chicken. And they're cute, they're cute. So this pattern was released last week. If you can knit, purl, increase and decrease, you can do it. Yeah, it's not hard. It's knit flat and then seamed up the back. I keep meaning to make a crochet version as well, but I haven't got around to it. So there's a cream egg chick. What are my plans for next month? It's a very good question. Yeah, so April I've got some time off work because of Easter, but we're also going to be starting construction on the house, hopefully, which will be up there. What am I going to make? What am I going to do? Right, well, I did manage to get a whole stack of yarn. So what are my plans for the month of April? Yeah, so I need to get a wriggle on working out exactly what the plan is for amigurumi. I have a whole stack of plans for spring and spring cleaning and spring cleaning themed products and things like that. So hopefully there'll be a whole stack of tutorials, but we shall see. We shall see. I do need to try and get as many things done in April as possible, so that I've got bits and pieces pre-filmed and patterns written and all that kind of stuff, to try and get through the next few months, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to succeed, because I didn't succeed at doing that over the January break, but we shall see how we go. There are some plans in the works, and there are some things that I'd like to get done and released in a timely manner. Yeah, because there should be... Is there going to be another Easter pattern, or is my cream egg chick going to be it for the year? I'm not sure. I've still got a runner duck pattern that I haven't released because life's been busy. And, yeah. So, basically there's some spring cleaning products. Yes, which... Since having the idea of a line of spring cleaning things, I can't shake it. So, yeah, the biggest struggle with that is I've got to find my stash of cotton yarn. And the problem is I think I know exactly where it is. Yeah, and I'm going to try and do another Granny Square project, and I'm going to do... Well, I'm keeping an eye on Zach's website for Zaddy Crafts, for his really good chenille yarn, and for Hobie Honey Bunny to come on both a good special and restock the colour that I'm after, because I started making a Charmander, but I realised as I'm through the head that I'm going to run out of the peach yarn. So rather than just carrying on or, flagging it completely, I thought I'll just pick up some more yarn, but since then it's been out of stock. So I'm waiting for that to come back in stock on Hobie's website. So if you work for Hobie, hurry up. Get that sorted, because some of us are waiting, and more colours are going out of stock every time I look at it. But I also know that Zach's yarn will come back in stock at some point, and when that happens, I need to act quickly, because I'd like to get some of his yarn, because one of the things I'd like to do for amigurumi is all of my all of my videos last year lined up with amigurumi projects. So I kind of want to have a video all about his patterns and his yarns, and I want to make some more of his patterns in his yarn. And having seen Passionate Kelsey make one of his little buddy patterns, and it using more than a ball of his yarn, like I've got a full ball of one of his colours, and I've got several part colours, but I don't have two balls in the same colour, so I need to get some more of his yarn, so I'm waiting for that to restock, because I think he's only got two colours in stock at the moment, and I don't want either of those, because I'm picky. Yeah, so I just need to jump on it really quickly when that comes in. Yes, so that's my plan. So I will be continuing with my temperature steak. I'll be continuing with my crochet hexagon cardie, and I will be hopefully trying to finish a whole stack of ideas and get things worked out. Like, I've got a list of all the things that I want to make and all the things I want to review and all the things I want to do, and the list is getting longer than I have time to do. So what would be great is if suddenly my channel went completely viral. It's not going viral, but if it went very viral, and then my channel could become monetized, that would be great. And then I could quit working and just knit up all my projects. That would be great. That'd be great. That is a pipe dream. That is the big dream. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So we'll see how we go on that one. But I have big plans. I just need big time to do big plans. And at the moment, the time is about to become quite limited, because we did get building consent. And at some point, that means we were able to get started. And yeah, and up there on the hill, there's going to be a house and a yarn room. And will I still film outside? I don't know. I probably will, to be honest. But at least I'll have options. And we won't have to put up with either A, looking at all these dead weeds that I should be dealing with. I'll show you my scar instead. Yeah. In the meantime, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you next week. Bye.